ever feel as if you're working 24/7 and you're not seeing any results? Perhaps you've wondered why two people appear to be doing the same exact thing, and one's getting great results and the other isn't getting any at all. If you've ever wondered that, stay tuned. Welcome to Biz Success in 15. I'm your host, Cindy J., the Visibility Wiz, and I'm here to guide you as you step into who you are with outrageous confidence. Be sure to get your 9-step checklist for more visibility, influence, and profits at visibilitychecklist.com. Today, I'll be sharing a 7-step blueprint to achieve results. Years ago, I stood in front of 5,000 people explaining how I became the fastest person to ever become a Tupperware manager. This was back in the early 80s, and I became a manager in 5 weeks. So, what did I have to do to become a Tupperware manager? I needed to personally sell $2,000 worth of Tupperware. I needed to recruit 5 Tupperware dealers to be under me. And between me and these 5 new people, we had to sell $5,000 in Tupperware. And I achieved this in 5 weeks. I don't know if I still hold the record, but whenever I think back at it, why did I achieve that? And why did I achieve it so quickly? It's because I had a big why. And my why was very, very selfish. You see, Tupperware managers received a vehicle, and Tupperware paid for everything except for gas. Literally everything except for gas. Now, I had a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, and my husband and I was sharing a small Chevy Love pickup. So it really wasn't conducive to our growing family. So I really wanted that vehicle, and that was my path to get it. So here's your 7-step proven blueprint to achieve results. Number 1, know your why. And your why needs to be as personal as you can. As spiritual entrepreneurs, so often we say, oh, my why is so I can change the world, so I can help other people succeed. And that is a huge why. However, what happens if you're not doing as good as a job, or if the world changes and you can't? For instance, one of my whys in building my own coaching business was to be able to care for my older sister. And I really wanted to buy her all kinds of stuff, and I wanted to take her on trips and just have a great time with her. And I did do some stuff for her. But in last year in 2022, she suffered a stroke and she has not been able to speak, and she cannot use her right side of her body. So that why just sort of went out the window. We can't go travel like we had wanted to. We had planned on doing this road trip from Oklahoma to New York. She's incapable physically of doing this. And so if your why is centered around other people, even if it's your family, your children, your husband, your wife, your parents, what happens if you lose that why? You lose momentum and you're not motivated anymore. So think of your why. Why do you want it personally? You know, a lot of us, we want time and money freedom. Is that you? You know, it's great to be able to go where you want to go, when you want to go, and not have to worry so much about price. I remember years ago going to a hotel or trying to find a hotel to stay at. And I was looking for the smallest price that had the best rating, because I couldn't afford just to go wherever I wanted to go at that time. So what is your why? And please make it personal. The more personal it is, the more it's going to excite you, and the more it's going to keep you motivated whenever the hard times come. Step number 2, limit your goals. Three seems to be a magic number. A lot of people, they have like all these big goals. Like I've seen people that have 15 to 20 different goals in a year. And it's been said that a lot of people greatly overestimate what they can accomplish in one year, but they vastly underestimate how much they can accomplish in 3 to 5 years. So keep it simple. Three, as I said, is this magical number. Have three big goals for the year. And then each month you have three goals, and your three goals for each month should somehow lead to this big goal that you want to have for the year. Each week you're going to have three goals that's going to help you achieve the monthly goal. And each day you're going to have three goals that's going to help you achieve the weekly goal. And whenever you break it down like this, you're breaking your goals down into manageable, doable steps. And it helps you from being overwhelmed before you even start. I have never been a list person. And I know a lot of you have like your to-do list, and that's great. Kudos to you. That's not who I am. If I had a to-do list, I just keep adding to it and it overwhelms me and it stresses me out. Like, oh my God, I have so much to do. I can't handle it. My husband, he's an avid list taker and he doesn't care how big his list is and he gets it all done. So I do understand that there's different types of people and you need to know who you are. If you're anything like me, you want to keep it smaller so you don't get overwhelmed. So I have my 3 goals per day that lead to my 3 bigger weekly goals that lead to my 3 bigger monthly goals, and that's how I achieve results by the end of the year. Step number 3 is focus on your habits. Remember, willpower in of itself is not going to get you anywhere. It actually doesn't even exist. If willpower existed, most people wouldn't be smoking. There'd be very few overweight people. I mean, smokers almost every year set a New Year's resolution to quit smoking. Overweight people almost every year set a goal to lose weight. And year after year after year, nothing changes. Even as an entrepreneur, I've seen lots of coaches say, this is the year I'm going to make 6 figures. But they fall into the same habits. And again, they make 10, 20, 30,000 that year. So if you really want to achieve your big dreams, you need to change your daily actions. You need to concentrate on actions and tasks that's going to get you where you want to go. If you want to earn 6 figures, what do you need to do daily? You need to engage with your community each day. You need to be sending out consistent emails. You need to be doing consistent lives. You don't have to do all of these, okay? But you need to, whatever strategies you use, you need to be consistent with them. And whenever you're consistent, this builds up momentum and pretty soon it just becomes a habit. How many of you, whenever you learned to drive, it was like, oh my God, what do I do? I have to put my foot on the gas, I have to put my foot on the brakes, I have to look to the right, have to look to the left, have to look behind me, have to look forward in front of me, and all these cars are moving around me. I was a nervous wreck when I started driving. But now I can drive anywhere without even thinking about it because all of these little tasks have become habit. Looking in my rearview mirror, looking in my side mirrors, putting the gas on, putting the brake on. They're just all habit. And that's what you want to think. What tasks do I need to start doing today that will become positive habits that are going to help me achieve results? Number 4 is work on your mindset. Years ago, a long time ago, my mom was from New York, so she was a little city girl. My dad was from the South, and he was a country boy. My dad moved my mom into the country, and when he went off to work, he asked Mom if she would weed the garden. She said, sure, no problem. She wanted to help. And when Dad came home from work, he was shocked. He goes, what happened? You pulled out all the flowers and left all the weeds. Because, weeds can be very pretty. And my mom, the flowers weren't blooming yet. So my mom thought that all these weeds were flowers and thought the flowers were weeds. True story. Okay. So whenever you think of your mind, we have so many weeds in our mind that we have made them to be these beautiful flower gardens, but they're not. If they're not serving you, they're a weed, and you need to learn how to let them go because these are going to keep you from achieving results. Your mindset is what creates your habits, it creates your daily actions, it's what keeps you motivated. Not willpower, it's simply being in the right frame of mind. So identify who you need to be to achieve the results you desire. And you can do this with a mentor, or you can brainstorm with others that are where you want to be. Start looking at them and how could you emulate them? What habits do they have that you can begin to cultivate? Step number 5, calendar it. Put all of your action steps in your calendar and remember that you are your number one client. You are your number one client. So if you're determined to succeed, don't break that time unless there's a dire emergency, a personal emergency. One of my mentors always said, there is no business emergencies. There's no work emergencies. There's only personal emergencies whenever it comes to the health and safety of you and your family and your loved ones. So keep your appointments with yourself and get stuff done. So, your 15-minute challenge this week, if you choose to accept it, is to take 15 minutes and schedule time in your calendar to work on the task that's going to get you closer to achieving the results you want. Very easy. Just take 15 minutes and calendar it. And naturally, keep those appointments with yourself because, say it with me, I am my number one client. Yes. Step number 6 to achieve results is to create a result statement. Know that what you do today is going to affect you 90 days from now. That's a quote by Johnny Urban. What you do today will affect what you do, the results you have 90 days from now. So work in 90-day increments. At the beginning of each quarter, write a result statement. Write it in the present tense and list proof that you have received it. Here's a sample result statement. Today's April 1st. I have achieved signing up 5 new clients and brought in over $25,000 in revenue. I achieved these results by doing 3 Facebook Lives each week, holding a monthly challenges, and asking for the sale. Proof that I've achieved these results is that I am currently coaching these new clients and I've reviewed my bank statements. I'm ecstatic at achieving these results. And you want to read your result statement each and every day. Step number 7 is get a mentor. I would not be where I am without a mentor. I've had coaches that have helped me tremendously in so many areas of my business. I still have a mentor because whenever you have a mentor, they cheerlead you and they can see those blocks that you don't see yourself. Because we just can't see our own blocks. Just like a doctor cannot operate on himself, it's really hard for us to see our own blocks and coach ourselves. So get a mentor that's where you want to be that can guide you in achieving the results that you want. So to recap, here's the 7-step blueprint. Step number 1, know your why. Step number 2, limit your goals. Step number 3, focus on your habits. Step number 4, work on your mindset. Step number 5, calendar it. Step number 6, create a result statement and read it daily. Step number 7, get a mentor. Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of Biz Success in 15, where I'll be sharing how to bounce back from setbacks. Be sure to visit visibilitychecklist.com and get your 9-step visibility checklist for more visibility, influence, and profits. Big love, and go out there and start getting results. Bye-bye.